Now then, let's get our regular armor back on. There we go. That feels good and light and roguelike. Hi everyone and welcome back to Left Alone. We are still in our thrown together outfit with the miner outfit, miner gloves and the lumberjack hat. And there we go, it just ticked 4 AM. It's day 7 though, you know what that means. It's Horde night tonight. Yeah, the plan is simple for today. I have a backup plan and I do have a small base in mind. I would like for it to not exceed 150 frames if possible. And that should be doable. We did gather enough stone throughout the night to get this done, and we just need to gather up a little bit more wood. So, while this outfit hasn't completely solved the problem of mining or iron tools using a lot of stamina if you don't have miner 69er, it has definitely helped, but if you look at this, we will not be able to fell that tree probably with our stamina bar at the moment. Yeah, we ran out of stamina, basically 3/4, I guess, throughout the harvesting. So, how can we solve this in the future? Well, if we do not want to invest any skill point, timber! We can use stamina regen boosting drinks, like red tea, for example, or coffee, to our advantage. And I think in the combination with that, we will at some point spec into armor to get more armor books, to get higher tiers of these armor pieces, which then give better bonuses, and I feel like that will solve everything. Before we work on the Horde Base and the backup, however, I want to get this Harvest Wood challenge done. And with that, we have done it. Perfect. Alright. So, if you take a look at our skill points here over at the agility tree, I still want to raise my agility itself, right? And we haven't really unlocked anything besides this one. So, this is another 5% of attack speed. And since we are getting close to Horde Night, I think it's fair to invest that point before we go back to focusing on the main agility tree. Now then, let's get our regular armor back on. There we go. That feels good and light and roguelike. And yeah, the mood hasn't significantly changed since we last saw us, so you might have to contend with a little bit of silliness today, which is fine. It's fine, right? So, how's it? Man, why does this happen? I hate this. That's so annoying. I had it timed perfectly. Okay, we need to make a little bit of glue, right? Just a tad bit. So, let's get that going. We are thirsty, I know. And we also need to eat. I think it's time for the hobo stew. There we go. Oh, I only have enough for like 1 bacon and egg as well. Well, one's better than none. Alright, so we have like 345 cobble here. Oh, we need to make a little bit more than that though. I would like to get like, I don't know, 800 more. That will be 1200, which means 120 frames. Let's just get like 80 of those made. Let's get the cobblestone crafted in our workbench. And let's head over to Trader Rect. And I feel like we should take the ranger hat with us for that. Yep. And this will be... like these three basically pay for the sugar butts. Yeah, I think both of the buffs. This is a little bit wasteful. However, it should be okay. Alright, let's make sure our ranger hat is equipped for this. Down our buffs.
It'll be a good morning when you money
And
talks,
let's
bullshit
sell
walks.
all of these things. We made like 1900, which is
All that
not
gawking
enough,
at goods,
basically,
that's all
to
you're
warrant
thinking
all
of.
the buffs we
Don't expect
used,
me
but
to hold your hand through it.
it's okay. Vehicle adventures. First off, let's check here. Okay. He doesn't sell an AK. Sad. 2 Forger heads. I would like to get those. Thank you very much. And I think let's check for Cooble as well. Yeah, 300 of those. Perfect. Good stuff.
No
That's it though.
refunds. Deal's
Ah,
done.
is it? Hang
Now,
on.
beat it. Let's get this over with.
Yes, it
You
is.
cheap son of a bitch.
We will buy another awesome sauce though to have one in stock. Perfect. Let's get our rogue hood back on. We'll read the vehicle adventure magazine and the 2 Forger heads. Good stuff, good stuff. Alright, so we need to think about Horde Night, right? And yes, we will build a small little base that should hold us over. And should also work for like day 14, maybe even 21, right? However, should it go south at any point, right? It would be a wise idea to have a little backup plan, right? And there exists a POI in our town which is perfectly fitted to be a backup. And we just need to do a little bit of prep. It's not gonna be much though. We just need to take out like 3 blocks and then we should be a-okay. However, I don't quite remember where this one... Oh, I already see it. There we go. The good thing is, yeah, you can see the POI quite easily when you're searching for it, because it is the silos. The silos, over here, they have this nice little axis over here that is closed off at the beginning of the horde, right? However, we, with our parkour skill, whoops, should be able... Yep. Not quite able, but almost able to jump over this. Go over here. And all we realistically have to do is take out the bottom 2 or 3 ladders here. That is already enough, basically. Just having 2 of them gone will make it so the zombies don't want to path up here, and we will be able to just stand on top there and be safe. However, as you can see, we do have a couple of guests in this POI, so it's wise to clear this out before you do this. However, I'm quite alright with just taking this guy out, and the one he spawns, or aggroes. There we go, there's his friend. And if you do want to be super safe, you can also take away like these 2 blocks here. And for maximum safety, you can take these 2 out as well. But yeah, this is our backup. If everything goes absolutely horrendously wrong, this is where we can go. And we can even take away the barbed wire here. And we will be able to jump up across, right? Now at some point the zombies will like make a hole into this door and everything, but like this held me over for 2 nights, for day 7 and day 14 in the past playthrough, so yeah. And that's all I did to that POI as well. However, let's go back to base, grab our hammer, our cobblestone, and let's prepare our horde base. And we just want to build this a little bit away of everything else. So I'm going to try to keep myself limited to 120 frames for this. We'll see how it goes. I hope it will be enough. Otherwise, I will have to leave a couple of things on wood, but that's fine, right? That's a-okay. So, the first thing that we want to do is establish a base foundation, right? Basically one big pillar, and that will go up 14 blocks from the ground. So, not counting this guy, 14 up from here. And I will also tower up right next to it like this, and upgrade it all the way to cobble while doing so. There we go, that is 14 blocks high up in the sky, and I just like to make a little 3x3 area. Ooh, let's not fall down though. This is always the precarious part of the build. There we go, establish a little platform, and then we would like to add in a scaffolding ladder to get up to the base. Now then, I've learned in the past that if you do ladders and you get dogs throughout the horde, like the dogs will just be beating on your main pillar, and that made me go back to ramps basically. Which that's okay, right? We need at some point roughly here would be fine. Just one block that will give us a little bit more stability to the ladder itself. There we go, and for us this can be 3 blocks from the ground, right? We can still make that jump. If we have more frames left, we will fill in this pillar as well completely to give us a little bit more stability. It is worth it, in my opinion, to have that extra stability. It might not be needed for the first day, right? For the first horde night, but it can make a huge difference. Okay. And with building the base up so high, 120 frames might not be enough, and we might have to go to 150. That is just the reality of this, right? We can also... There we go. And now we grab ourselves the railing in an advanced rotation. There we go. Just up top here. There we go. We can see the vultures now and shoot them if we need to. So that's fine. Now then, for our fighting position, we also need like a railing here. I think this rotation will serve us a-okay, right? And then we need the pole double, like that. I just slot that in here as well. And that's basically our fighting position done. We have a little bit of room to stay back, and we can melee through this no problem, right? And we can repair through this this railing. So that's looking pretty nice, right? Good stuff so far. We now need to get a staircase going, or like a ramp going, up to our position though. So that's a bit of a problem, right? We need to go like 14 blocks away from here. And if we staircase this up, I think like the initial 3 blocks need like this little bit of stability. And somewhere in between we need to make a pillar as well. There we go, and that will just allow them to fall down quite easily, right? Now, I would like to grab myself the double pole here. Rotate it once around, right? So it sits on top of the other one, and then I think we are going to grab the security gate. Not the centered one though. We want the regular one, the security gate plate. Can we get a rotation? There we go. So it's not the same, right? It's a different. So the railing is like horizontal and this one will be vertical. So it's easier for us to repair through the railing. This is a one-way street though. You cannot repair through a security gate, but you can repair through a railing. However, both of these blocks will be repairable from the inside, and that's the most important thing. Now, usually I would like to add another block on top here and like a ramp or something so they don't get any funny ideas, right? But for now, our most important and pressing issue is actually we need to get a staircase in place, or like a ramp system, right? And oh boy, this is going to be a bit difficult. We might need another pillar in between. We're also cutting it quite close if you look at the time. Oh boy. And this will all be filled in to add more stability, right? That's good. Also have a level up, sweet. So yes, you have like 1, 2, 3 of those. Like this is perfectly fine for now. And then we are just going to grab ourselves a regular ramp like this. And this, we step this now up all the way to the top, right? Like that. And also, I would like to switch out a couple of blocks, right? So, oh no! Oh, okay. Whew. And we can now double up on this one here as well. Yeah, it's a couple more shapes than I would have liked. To be fair, we have like 7 blocks left to upgrade. There we go, and these middle pieces will just be wood for now. Do you know what I really would like to do? Even if it's just going to be wood, I would like to add this safety net, and it can be just plywood for now. We need to go back to base, grab ourselves our pipe machine gun, all the 7.62 ammo, all the 9mm ammo, couple of drinks and food, and I will meet you back there at Horde. Alrighty guys, the Horde is very near, and we will just supplement our roof with 9 spike traps. There we go. That should take care of any vulture. Okay, so we have our hunting knife, we do have our bow, that's not gonna be very useful. We have our pistol with like 300 and a couple of shots, and we do have the pipe machine gun with roughly 240 shots in it, so yeah. Also we have the full auto mod on here and the barrel extender mod to get a little bit more damage out of it, but that's pretty much it. Now then, we will be crafting cobble, and yeah, this is our first horde. I probably will skip through this, or like bring you in every 2 hours or so. So midnight, 2 AM and 4 AM to see how everything works here. Alright, it is nearing midnight, and so far it's going very, very well. Which is a good sign, right? And also, like from time to time, yeah, this happens, right? When they stack on top of each other. But when they fall down, they often also just bleed out. And yeah, if we get our dismemberment chance even higher, and if we had crafted the machete, we would see way more just dismemberment happening here and many heads rolling. However, just to demonstrate that you can do this with just a regular hunting knife, right? I think this works out fairly nicely so far, so yeah, I will continue. Alright, nearing 2 AM, let's do a sanity check on these blocks though. It is this, yeah, they took a little bit out of them. Let's repair those up. We need to check the lower blocks. Yeah, let's repair that up. Good. Alrighty guys, the final stretch of this horde. It was quite easy, not gonna lie. Kind of expected. I have observed a couple of things though. And yep, that's the first blood moon done. Awesome. One of which is they do attack the rampart sometimes. I don't understand why exactly, but they just stand there and attack it, and then they come back up and run towards me again. So it's honestly very weird. No vultures, so that's good. And yeah, alrighty. I did use a little bit of 7.62 ammo, by the way. Oh, just to make use of the pipe machine gun as well, right? And a couple of 9mm bullets have been used as well. Hey guys. Oh look, these guys are doing the thing they are not supposed to do. Nasty lag spike there. They are not supposed to attack this pillar, but that might be triggered by me jumping down now. How is this looking? Yeah, that was me though, right? Yeah, the central pillar is absolutely fine. Okay. Okay. This is fine. This is completely fine. Okay, it's that's the first instance where they did it. Up here as well. Yeah, and I was not able to see them and stop them from doing it, right? So, okay. Then the other thing I saw were they were trying to get on top of this bit here. So, yeah, that is why I had like ramps in the past, right? Which, oh, whoops. And also like had them like this, but one block higher, up here basically. So they would like get pushed back a little bit. However, like for what this needed to do, this was probably a little bit overkill, to be honest. Which is fine. So yeah, let's see if we get some good loot here. Okay. We are encumbered now, we need to do something about it. Have you have another outfit? Okay. Nice. Enforcer gloves. Scrap. Preacher gloves. They are a little bit better than the ones I'm wearing. Hold on to. Okay, what else? We have a lot of springs. It's fine. We have a schematic. Muffled connectors. Let's read that. Let's also read the robotic drone medic mod schematic. Oh, a legendary part as well. Okay, we had a structural brace mod schematic in there as well. Cool. Some of the things, I don't know, some of this I brought over as well. But yeah, there's a couple of magazines in here and duplicate books. So let's plop on that nerd outfit. It's a 5% chance to get double the progress. Let's try it out. It didn't trigger on the bows, but that's okay. Traps, hammers, handguns. Knife guys, 5 of those. Didn't trigger, that's okay. Medical journal and tactical warfare. Okay. Back to the rogue outfit, we also got a biker outfit. This is just max health. It sells for a little bit though. I might want to hold on to that then. Yeah, okay. Some vitamins, steroids, a little bit of cash, which is good. Some glue was in there as well. And helmet light mod. Okay, and a little bit of ammo. Cool. Basically all in, yeah, that had pretty much all of this was expected, except the legendary part is a bit surprising. And the structural brace mod schematic is actually very good. That's a good mod, right? So, awesome. Okay, I will head back to base, sort myself out, and we will see us in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and as always, take care. Bye!